Well, hello and welcome to another daily. We have Saturday, which means that we have cards from any of the expansions, wildly mixed. And indeed, we do have, a bunch of different expansions here. We have Menagerie, Nocturne, Intrigue, Prosperity, Alchemy, Intrigue again, and even Rising Sun, and some Empire stuff in the event. So as always, let's start by just discussing the kingdom. Yesterday I also got the feedback that at least for some it might be useful, but if you already know all of those cards and aren't interested in that, feel free to skip. So we have, let me get rid of my camera for a sec. We have Goat Herd, which gives you an action on play, and then you may trash a card from your hand, and then you'll draw a card per card your opponent and the 1v1 Dominion has trashed on the last turn. So yeah, this one can be draw if there's a lot of trashing going on, and of course your opponent playing Goat Herd, or in this case Masquerade or Tanuki, can lead to you drawing a few cards, but the draw is not very reliable for sure. And here I think there are better options for trashing, and also the lack of village might disincentivize going too heavily for go turrets just because you can draw them dead. So Leprechaun is a card which says gain a gold. Pretty nice, right? If you have exactly 7 cards in play, gain a wish, even nicer. A wish is that really powerful card that we saw in conjunction with the Secret Cave. And wish lets you return it to its pile, and if you did, you gain a card costing to a card to your hand costing up to 6. So wishes are really powerful. And you might ask, wow, a wish and a gold just for playing this measly $3 leprechaun. Well, $3, 3-coin leprechaun. Well, it says otherwise, if you don't have exactly 7 cards in play, you receive a hex. And hex are those weird and annoying things that can happen to you. We saw a bunch of them in some of in this week's kingdoms. Uh, I think the one memorable was the one where we almost got our peasant line trashed by the war hex. But yeah, so you usually don't want this unless you can reliably get those 7 cards in play. We have Masquerade, +2 cards, and each player with any cards in hand passes 1 to the next such player to the left, so to the other player. In this case, at once. So you both set aside 1 card, then you pass it around at the same time, and then you may trash a card from your hand. So this is +2 cards and trash a card from your hand essentially, but you also have that weird pass around thing going on, which is especially powerful if you can make your opponent discard their hand, like if you play Militia first, and then they have to decide on whether they want to keep a copper in hand just to be able to pass it, or potentially pass a really good card. But here there's no such combo, but I think Masquerade will still be really good trashing. Watchtower. On play, just draw until you have 6 cards in hand. So in a normal 5-card hand, it's just +2 cards. But when you gain a card, you may reveal this from your hand to either trash that card or put it onto your deck. So this is nice against cursors, but also it's nice to set up your future turns. And we have one of the weakest cards in the game, maybe the weakest, which is Philosopher's Stone. Count your deck and discard pile, so not your hand, notably, +1 coin per 5 cards total you have in both your deck and discard pile. So, I don't know, if you have a 15 or 20 card deck, let's say you have a 20 card deck, you've drawn 2 cards, so you have a 7-card hand, and your deck and discard pile at most can be 13 cards, so Philosopher's Stone is just a silver, and it costs $3. why do I keep saying dollars? I'm sorry. 3 coins and a potion, and that's ridiculously expensive for such an effect. And also in kingdoms where you can reliably draw your deck, it's utterly useless. I don't know. You really, really rarely go for Philosopher's Stone. Not even with treasure gaining stuff like Tragic Hero or whatever. Next up, we have Conspirator. +2 coins if you've played 3 or more actions this turn, counting the Conspirator you placed, so it has to be the third or consecutive action. Then you also get +1 card and +1 action, so this is nice. But here in this kingdom, it seems like it's really hard to activate. Like you need to play 2 Goatherds before. Yeah, Goatherd is the only non-terminal card, or you play Goatherd Masquerade and then play Crystal Ball to play Conspirators, but it's already too convoluted. So this condition is almost never going to activate, so I don't think we're going to go for them here. Crystal Ball, on the other hand, we might pick 1 or 2. It's a coin, and then you look at the top card of your deck, you may trash it, discard it, or if it's an action or treasure, you may play it. So essentially a peddler, slightly worse than a peddler because it plays action cards in your treasure phase and you won't be able to play other action cards afterwards from your hand. But sometimes the trashing can be okay. It's just also that 5 is a steep price point for such an effect. Initially, when it came out in the second edition of Prosperity, I thought this one would be incredibly, incredibly strong, but really turned out not to be. Next up, Tanuki. We saw this one yesterday in the bureaucracy weird rush thing. Treasure card from your hand, gain a card costing up to 2 more than it, so the remodel effect. But you can play this from your deck as if in your hand. It's a shadow card, and it resides at the bottom of your deck. So this makes it really powerful, as you essentially never need to draw it if you time it correctly. And also, as many remodel variants, it can mill provinces, milling meaning that you can turn a province into another province, just lowering the province pile. And this makes games fast and scary, especially against the AI. Farm, simple treasure, 2 coins and 2 victory points, worth if it's in your deck at the end of the game. Rice is +1 buy and +1 coin per different type among cards you have in play. We also saw this one yesterday, I think. So the different types we have here are actually plentiful. Here we have Doom, Action, so that's 2, Reaction, we have Shadow, Victory, so you can get it up to 5 in principle, but getting all of those cards into play is gonna be a pipe dream. So it's still gonna be worse. Sorry for this weird scrolling. It's still going to be worse, worth, I don't know, at least 2 usually, but it's not. This is not a Rice Kingdom, I'd say. And also there's another treasure that's gonna be more reliably powerful, which is Platinum, giving you 5 coins on play and costing 9. And notably, Platinum can be remodeled into colonies later using the Tanuki. So yeah. But Rice is the only plus buy on this board, so we might want to keep an eye out for that. Then we have Wedding, which is an event for 4 and 3 dead. So you can buy it on turn 1 with this 4-card hand and a $4 coin hand. I really need to train myself. And you gain a gold essentially for 7 money and also get a victory point. Not super strong effect, but in this kingdom it might actually be sort of viable. I'm not sure. We might pick up 1 or 2. So yeah, let's analyze the kingdom. This is a weak kingdom with some interesting treasure payload. There is no real village bar crystal ball playing actions from the top of your deck. There is trashing in Masquerade, Crystal Ball, Goatherd, Tanuki. I think Masquerade is going to be really strong. And yeah, so our goal here would be, I think, to start by masquerading a bit, thinning down, then trying to ramp up our payload to get to Platina, and also maybe put in 1 or 2 Tanukis, depending on how thick our deck gets. Maybe if we hit 5 after already having the first Tanuki, the second 5 could be crystal balls, I don't know. Might also pick up weddings to get golds into our deck early. But yeah, it looks like a really money-ish kingdom. Not much to say about this one. I can still show the kingdom plot. And yeah, the village effect is really just crystal ball accounting for one tier, for a tier 3 village, essentially, like the worst tier of the villages. Draw also only in Goatherd and Masquerade. There's a bit of gaining with Leprechaun and Tanuki remodel stuff. But yeah, thinning, it's alright. And Alt VP with farm and colony, there is a strong incentive to not go for provinces here, I think. And the attack, well, there is no actual attack card on the board, but I think I classified Masquerade as a light attack that might offend you if you have to pass good cards. So let's talk about openings. Opening wise, on the 3/4, I might be inclined to just open Masquerade Wedding to get this gold in and be okay with paying off the debt for a turn. On the 4/3, we can't do that. We really, really want to open Masquerade. So I think this is just going to be a classic Masquerade Silver opening. If there were a village, I might be more inclined to open double Masquerade, but I think one is going to be plenty. Then, yeah, we'll try to hit Tanuki. On the 5/2, I would just go for Tanuki, remodel one of the estates into Masquerade and be fairly happy. So, yeah, not super complex stuff going on here, but let's see how this goes. We hit 3 here, which sucks. I would have loved to hit at least 4. Do we want to put in a second silver? Could also, actually, we could put in a Goatherd, as the AI does have a Masquerade. I know I said it's kind of going to be sad, usually, but we can still maybe remodel it into a crystal ball later with via Tanuki. And yeah, let's put in a Goatherd. Oh no, we need to pass one of our coppers into an estate, and the AI doesn't, which sucks, but at least we get to hit Tanuki here. And here, yeah, we can just trash a copper and kill one estate and turn the estate. Actually, I think I like turning the estate into a conspirator, as stupid as it may sound, because the conspirator we can turn into gold later using our Tanuki. So let's see. Hey, I also got a Tanuki, but gets too What? I mean, I guess there's not a great remodel target for Tanuki for trashing an estate. I'm not super convinced about this conspirator. It could have also been a silver maybe, but potion really AI. We hit 6 here. Yeah. If we weren't so thin already, I would put in another Tanuki, but this is going to likely just be terminal collision, so I'm just buying a gold. Now here we get the estate back, but we do draw one card with this Goatherd. Thin down even faster. Now this Tanuki is kind of sad here. Let's hope we don't draw the Conspirator. Ha, we don't. Nice. And we just hit 6 for another gold. We can turn this Conspirator into gold as planned, and now soon we should be able to hit enough for platinum. Yeah, their AI also does the thing with the potions. Did it trash both of them? No, just one of them. And it goes for Crystal Ball and Rice. I mean, Rice with Tanuki you can more or less reliably get it to be worth 3, so it's slightly better than gold, because it also has the buy, but I think we're aiming for single colony anyways in the end. Yeah, I don't know. So at this point, let's stop by getting those golds and just get a... Oh, this sucks. Just get crystal balls. Now AI goes for a conspirator. I think AI is as devoid of any plans as I am. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure. Do I want to turn this copper into a state? Not really, right? Let's just get this platinum. Nice, the AI trashes a card here. So our goat herd will draw. Otherwise I would have probably trashed this goat herd at this time, but let's keep filling a bit. Here, do we want to play the Tanuki? Turn this gold into something better. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, I think we should turn the gold into a rice, just because that means that we can later remodel the rice into a platinum. And also, yeah, we don't want to leave the Tanuki there with the masquerade. Now, if we play the crystal ball, we should still be able to hit at least 5, right? There's gold. No, well, if we hit the copper, then we just hit 4, but then, well, too bad. No, actually, that's really not great. But what can you do? You can just rebuy a silver. And at this point, I think we don't need to trash that much more. Now, actually, sure, do we want to trash that copper? Yeah, I was thinking about not trashing the copper because I think we have 3 golds and platinum and 1 more copper there, so I think that's good. But yeah, also the AI has its masquerade in its discard pile, so yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, wow, look at this. Now here I think I don't even want to play any of these because if I played them, then if I played the Masquerade here, then I first have the risk of just drawing 2 good cards and then needing to pass one. And second, we would trigger this, I mean, it's short, but still 7-card shuffle, drawing 2 of them. So the next hand would be just Tanuki and 4 other cards. Yeah, and we want to keep those cards in our next shuffle. So here I buy 1 more platinum, and then I think we're ready to start colonying. Wow. No, I thought AI got its conspirator activated, but no. Oh wow, did you see that amazing potion play? Here I just play the goat herd, do I? So if we don't play the goat herd, no, due to the crystal ball, we're going to draw into the Tanuki on the next turn anyways. So let's play it, not trash anything, to be able to safely play the masquerade. I actually don't think I even want to trash anymore at this point. Play card, and now the rise is really nice because it allows us to pick up a second card with our second buy. So we can buy colony and maybe rise. I don't know. Could also, I mean, the AI doesn't seem to be in any state of being able to do much. So we could also think about just going for double platinum and then be off to the races for the next few turns, especially with the Tanuki in deck. Like here we can turn this platinum into colony and just buy a rice. Yeah, maybe at this point we should also start thinking about putting a second Tanuki in. The AI has a very interesting approach. Does get to play a bunch. Ah, it trashes the potion. Amazing. I'm proud of you, AI. But it does get a few payload cards in, so it's not super unscary. Now I want to play the crystal ball before the copper, because I might hit the masquerade there. And yeah, this rise is very sad. Just just being a single coin and a buy. But yeah, here we can pick up the second Tanuki and just start aggressively remodeling stuff. The AI does not trash here, but yeah, we do just want to rush this into colony, and now the rice is worth 3 at least. We can go for a wedding, just 1 victory point and a gold, and actually is that true? All the things we played could also, if we just play, this is not trivial. Now if we draw here, I think we actually want to draw here, trying to hit colony naturally and leave those 2 Tanukis and just get a little further in the shuffle. Now here, I think we can actually pass the goat herd, as we're not going to trash this turn, and it's going to be useless for the AI, and it's also useless for us by now. We do get past a crystal ball, but we do hit... So the next 2 hands have 2 colonies in them somewhere. And in one of them we are going to draw the Tanuki anyway, so I think it's okay to just play those crystal balls, try to hit a bit bigger number. Yeah, amazing. And we can just colony and maybe province even. I think at this point, yeah, our deck is alright. Now here we just go for another colony. And now actually do we? Because if the AI just shuffled its deck. If the AI manages to somehow trash a platinum into colony and also colony, then it would win here. So do we even go for this? I think, as sad as it sounds, we need to leave those 2 Tanuki stranded there. And no, buying colony does make even less sense. Sorry. But I think we just want to province here and maybe put in a farm for some extra victory points. It's also nice in conjunction with rice. Yeah, I think I like that best. Oh, here we get to province again at least, or even, so how much money is this? This is, this is 9. If we Tanuki the Tanuki, then we can pick up a duchy here and get to 11. And now it's a bit safer to go for a colony, because AI would need to go for double colony plus some other victory card, and that should be hard to achieve, right? Well, famous last words. It does go for only a province here. Nice. Can discard this colony, play this copper, hit colony again, perfect, and think we should be good now, mostly, right? Yeah, the AI decides to just end it here. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This was a Money-ish Kingdom with Tanuki to spice it up a bit. AI played really, really weirdly. Like those two potions. I mean, the estate remodeled into a potion. At least I can defend and say, okay, you want the potion as another remodel target later. But then buying the potion doesn't make any sense. I think that you're much better off just buying silver. Yeah. I'm not super sure about my goat herd. I think it was alright. It was never we never had a hand where we could have reasonably just turned it into a crystal ball. Maybe I overthinned a bit, like having a bit too little coppers in the end. Again, also with AI's masquerade, but it seems like AI also turned its masquerade into something else at one point. I even missed that. It was a bit annoying that we had this weird penultimate shuffle where the two Tanukis bottom decked, and um, yeah, that kind of the two Tanukis bottom deck. They're always bottom deck. That's so stupid. But no, what I mean is that we didn't really get to use them on the first hand, where we had to draw. And yeah, I don't know. I think we nicely played around AI double colonying there. And even though the risk, I think, was low, how many platina did it have in the end? Well, it still had one platinum, but not a lot of other payload left, so it wasn't super likely to be able to just double colony. Yeah, looking at AI's deck, actually, what did it live off in the end? It seems to have completely cannibalized its deck. I mean, my deck also isn't super duper great, but we at least had some payload left. Yeah, maybe one of my like the third gold I bought could have been a crystal ball. In any case, with that, I am done here, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will try to catch you next time. Goodbye. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a bright orange t-shirt, that's my choice of fashion for playing volleyball. So, yeah, sorry for you having to endure that. Goodbye. Catch you next time.